America, did you see my Su-57 at the Chinese air show? It was like it was breaking the laws of physics. It was so impressive to everybody in the world that I have finally made a cell of my Su-57.
Oh, wow. Yeah, a lot to unpack there. First of all, are the laws of physics different in Russia? Like, because I saw your aircraft go up, it flipped, it spun around, it did a backflip. Like, it did things that normal aircraft can do. My F-16 can do that.
But your F-16 cannot do the Cobra maneuver. You cannot keep up with that. I can evade your missiles.
I got this one, Uncle Sam. So the Cobra maneuver. Yeah, that's great. No, I know in your part of the world that the Cobra maneuver is kind of a big deal because all you guys have are, heat-seeking missiles. But in our part of the world, we also have radar-guided missiles. So the Cobra maneuver is by far the most efficient way to increase your radar cross-section and bleed off all of your airspeed. I can prove it mathematically if you'd like me to. I don't know if I would go with mathematically. Maybe give him like the hooked on phonics version. Ooh, actually, I've been waiting for this one. Going Gump.
Okay, so let's say I'm behind you and you're in front of me, and I fire a missile that is tracking you with my radar. You then nose up, and based on the aspect ratio of my aircraft to your aircraft, you have now stopped moving and become completely vertical so you're easier to see. And then my missile knows where to go even better because it's following a radar and not your engine heat. Buttocks. Not if I use my superior maneuverability and get in behind you first.
Oh, okay, I'll continue.
So then you would have to detect me first, and considering your radar is equivalent to 2 cups and a string, the chances of that happening are 0. Plus, me and the F-22 can shoot behind ourselves. You can seriously shoot behind yourself?
Yeah, a couple of my aircraft can. They've been doing it for years. You don't see the serious problem with the enemy being in a dominant position behind you, and how, as technology advanced, you'd want a missile and a targeting system that could target behind the aircraft, therefore removing the enemy's ability to be dominant in that position? Wow. Fuck. You guys are slow.
Yeah, Franklin and I watched the entire air show. We actually made a drinking game out of it. We decided that any time you did a maneuver and we knew we could still kill you in that maneuver, we would take a shot. He's been passed out for 16 hours.
Kid, I got it. It's funny, but don't get Franklin drunk. I'm sure PETA's gonna get mad at me about that.
It was his idea.
Fair enough. Moving on. And who did you sell to? I'm just curious. I want to know exactly which country I want to point and laugh at.
For now, they will remain an unnamed country. And then, maybe someday when you're in the air, you will find out exactly who they are. God, I can only fucking hope so.
Kid, relax. Frankly, I'm a little concerned that I don't actually know who it is at this point in time. I probably do, just John Q. Public doesn't know, you know what I'm saying? But I'm going to guess that this country intersects in the two lines of a country that doesn't like me and a country that doesn't have a reduced visibility aircraft, which is, I mean, except for NATO, fucking everybody else. Because with NATO, man, I'm like Oprah Winfrey. You get an F-35. You get an F-35. Everybody gets F-35. I can't build the fucking things fast enough.
I can tell that you are nervous that you may lose in another area of superiority. I'm not superiority. I'm supremacy. You keep fucking around, I'm gonna go for omnipotence.
Oh, speaking of world power, that actually reminds me. Ukraine? Like, I got it. You're fighting fisticuffs and your future isn't really well known at this point in time, but what's this I hear about you possibly making nukes? No. Somebody said something stupid. What we were getting at is we're following all the treaties. We will continue to follow all the treaties. We're not ruffling any feathers. Obviously, we're still fighting for our very existence here. But if we wanted to, we could take some old fuel rods out of a nuclear reactor and probably refine it into weapons grade within about a month. But we're not going to. Don't do that. Don't even mention that you can do that. People get all weird when anyone mentions nuclear weapons. Wait a minute. Jackass Next Door does that shit like twice a week. Yeah, but no one takes him seriously. It's called desperation. We're better than that.
I am not desperate.
Yeah, best estimates right now since 2022 is you had about 700,000 casualties. Reminder, casualties does not mean KIA. Casualties means that is wounded and killed in action put together that can no longer fight on the front lines. Okay, so don't people freak out about the casualty numbers, but that's the best guess we got.
Those numbers are inflated and you know it, and you lost people in war too. It happens.
I just realized, are we calling it a war now? I'm so proud of you.
Special military operation. You've done those too.
Yeah, but I actually care about my people, and I'm not using meat wall tactics like you are in Kursk. Hell, the entire month of November, every single day you've lost between 1 and 2,000 troops. Do you know how many I lost in Afghanistan in 20 years? 2,400. On the 11th and 12th of November, you beat my record for 20 years of fighting in Afghanistan.
Those numbers are not true. You're making things up. Stop doing that.
And now you're leading North Korea into the slaughter. I mean, I can't really be mad at that. It's because it's fucking North Korea.
Together we will beat the West. You know, I may be old and a little hard of hearing, but did he just say they're gonna beat it together?
I guess that phrasing was a little provocative. Yeah. No, they're gonna beat me together. Well, the West in general.
Oh my God, those sick sons of bitches. You know what? We've been cooking up something interesting. We're putting together baby oil and thermite. I'm calling it P. Diddy's revenge.
For the love of God, that was a joke. That was only for the purposes of the joke. The U.S. is not putting thermite and baby oil together. At least I don't think. I haven't found any sources on that. I just made it up for a joke. Jesus. Buff, stop it.
And so what if you saw some North Korean artillery? They are my ally. We can use their equipment, they can use mine. It's something you've been doing with your friends over there in Ukraine.
Well, I guess that's fair. But I also don't give my friends garbage. I mean, you're just adding more meat to the grinder. You're bringing out a 170 millimeter, which is, I mean, yeah, don't get me wrong, that's pretty fucking big. But it takes 8 men 20 minutes to set it up, 8 men 20 minutes to tear it down. It can fire 1 to 2 rounds every 5 minutes. That's not a joke. Those are the actual fucking numbers. The counterfire videos we're going to get out of this are going to be, chef's kiss.
America, did you see that I repelled your ships, namely your precious aircraft carrier?
It was 8 drones, 5 anti-ship ballistic missiles, and 4 cruise missiles. That's a late night snack for an Aegis combat system. And how did you like the response? Every single one of your guys who were just hiding out with their rocket launchers and missiles and stuff, and they were so proud of themselves, all met the receiving end of an F-35. All of them are gone. A jolly good show, America. You finally used your F-35s. Yeah, technically, on paper, this is the first time they've seen combat from the United States. So I figure, if Israel's going to break the seal, I might as well go ahead and put them in harm's way a little bit.
Again, you fucking mock me.
Kid, they were F-35Cs and they took off of an aircraft carrier. That's something that you can't do.
Fuck that. Give me a tail hook. I can do it.
If I may, it's not the taking off that is so bad. I genuinely believe you have enough thrust and can produce enough lift in that amount of time. It's the landing back on the carrier that you struggle with. Don't skip leg day, bro.
Don't skip intercept day, bitch.
The reality is, at one point in time, we did explore what it would be like to have an F-22 that was designed to take off and land on an aircraft carrier, but it wasn't really cost effective. So we kept you with the Air Force and designed a new thing that went with the Navy at that point in time.
Fuck that. If I can't land on a carrier, I'll swim home. Get out of my way.
Double check the locks on the hangar.